Welcome to the More Realtors Weekly St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at More, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis housing market. Let's jump right in with the real estate news. Here's some of the headlines this week from stlouisrealestatenews.com, St. Louis's best local source for news and information on the St. Louis real estate market. That's stlouisrealestatenews.com. Headlines this week include a article about a survey that shows owning a home is still considered the American dream by the majority of the people in the U.S. Also a great article by a local mortgage banker on special loan programs available to veterans. A study by George Washington University that shows that FHA loan limits are too high and don't need to be that high to serve the target audience of FHA. And finally, a report by Radar Logic that says some of the recent good news on housing, such as the increased pending home sales in May, and the Core Logic reports of home prices increasing for the first time in 8 months, that those are a little misleading, and that the recovery is really a long way off. And the study goes into some good detail and backs up their thoughts there. Now let's jump into some market data. The first three slides are going to be based on data for the entire St. Louis metropolitan statistical area, so the whole St. Louis MSA, which would include the St. Louis city and county and surrounding counties, including on the Illinois side. And we'll see here, this is our real-time market profile for the past week. Median home prices, 183, 235, about the same as last week. The asking price per foot, $100 average. Average time on market's trending downward, 103 days it's taking to sell a home. And we'll jump down here to the trademarked market action index, and it is at 12 this week, same as last week, which indicates it's a cold market or a buyer's market. Remember that this index, the midpoint is 30. At 30, it would be a perfectly balanced market, not favoring buyers or sellers. And that would be a lovely thing to see. The lower it goes, the colder the market is, and more of a buyer's market, if you will. And then the higher the number goes above 30, the more of a hot market that it is, and more favoring sellers. And here is a chart going back about 3 years, showing what the market action index for the St. Louis MSA has been. And we can see that, overall the trend was down, hitting a low point in the last half of 2010, and then going into 2011, trending upward, peaking right toward the beginning of the year, and now trending back downward. Has trended downward now, jumping around a little bit here. This next chart shows median price trend for the past year for the St. Louis MSA. The orange line is a 90-day average, so it's a smoother line, shows more of the long-term trend. The black line is a 7-day average, and so it's going to be quicker to react to changes in the market. We can see what median home prices have done in the past 12 months. They've went down, and then around April of this year started going up. And on the 7-day index, we can see that even though it's not showing yet on the 90-day average, on the 7-day average, not index, we can see it's actually looks like it peaked maybe a month ago and now is trending downward a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. These next few charts are we zoom in a little bit more on the core St. Louis market. These are for the St. Louis 5-county area, which would include the city of St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, and Franklin County. All those counties, the data combined. This first one is a chart that shows for the past 12 months the median home sale prices as well as the median number of days to sell. The green line is the sales prices. And we can see that it's bounced around here, basically trended down, hit bottom, at least for the last 12 months at the beginning of this year, and has been trending upward, jumping up here into July, but we're only 8 days into July, and the sales data, or sold data, comes in a little slowly, so this isn't based on much yet. Days on market hit a peak around March, has been dropping, hit a bottom around May, but then has actually been trending back upward a little bit as things are slowing down. This next chart's the same data, just on a year-to-date basis, so it shows it a little more clearly, where days on market is starting to increase. However, median home prices so far are showing signs of increase there going into July. This chart shows the ratio of sales price to list price of homes. And so this doesn't really show the market value of the properties, but it's more an indicator of how accurately homes are being priced, and so and whether or not sellers are accepting reality, and whether or not listing agents are doing their job and informing sellers of what the real values are. The blue line represents the ratio of what the home sold for versus what it was listed for at the time of sale. Ignore this anomaly back here in December. And the green line represents the sales price compared to what the original list price was. And we can see going back a year, there's a pretty big gap. I mean, sales prices were 65% of what the homes have been put on the market at. Now remember, distressed sales are about a third of the market, and they are more likely to sell at larger discounts, so that does distort this. But we can see whether it's distressed or not, moving into spring here. Not only are these two lines getting closer, they're also trending upward. So going into June, or from June into July, we're hitting the high 80s. Almost 90%. Homes are selling for almost 90% of what they are listed for at the time of sale, and about the same percentage here of the original list price. So it shows sellers are getting wiser and are pricing their homes more accurately, and agents are doing a better job of pricing them, or agents have finally figured out that there is absolutely no benefit to overpricing a seller's home and putting a overpriced listing on the market. This next chart shows the same data, only year to date, so just a little closer look at it. And finally, we've got a 10-year chart, so it kind of shows the historical trends of median sales prices of homes as well as median list prices. Blue line being the median list prices, green line being median sales prices. We can see both peaked around 2006. And we can see the green line, the median sales prices, has been trending downward, and going from 2010 to 11 is trending downward, and just about pretty close to where it was back in 2001. Not really encouraging, but that's pretty much reality. Home prices are somewhere around that mark. In fact, our company, I think, is selling a home today. We at least wrote an offer, and I think it will result in a sale. And it looks like the sales price of the home is going to be very close to what the home sold for in 2002. And that's reality for a lot of markets. The blue line here represents median list prices, and we can see again that's trended downward, although the gap's widening here. And the following chart, the final chart, is that same data just for the past 12 months, and we can actually see, as far as median prices go, median sales prices for the St. Louis 5-county area in the past year, the decline's been pretty gradual. Now, what I've given you here is a quick snapshot of the overall St. Louis market. At More Realtors, we have the knowledge, experience, and resources to counsel you, help you interpret the data, and tell you what it means to your particular situation. We can prepare custom reports and charts for you, so you can stay on top of home prices and market activity in your neighborhood or area you're interested in buying a home on. Click on the chart to see complete market data. In addition, we publish a free monthly newsletter that is packed with information, news, and resources on the St. Louis real estate market. You can sign up here on our website to receive it monthly via email, or you can click on the newsletter here and be taken to a site to sign up. And finally, my partner John Williams and myself, along with our team of dedicated real estate professionals, are here to use our experience and knowledge to help make your next real estate transaction a successful one, no matter how challenging your situation may be. Click on our photos to find out more about us. Thank you, God bless you, and I'll see you next week.